Good morning. I'm the architect. I changed my name to represent my working on my shadow side, which needs a lot of work because I'm stubborn, I'm an asshole, I'm hostile, I can be lazy, petty and mean, angry, vain, all those other traits I need to work on. I've been doing study on gaslighting and different things, which I've got a really good clip of some of the tactics they use. You know, when someone tries to tell you about you, you got a problem. You can't listen to that shit. How is somebody going to tell you how you feel? You never can let that happen. You have to shut it down immediately. Shut it down. I mean, you could use many varied techniques to use. I like to use this one, which is fucking shut them down like that. But that usually results in problems, long-term problems that you just really don't need to deal with. For a short-term solution might be more in order. So we get a lot of problems here with that. Got a lot of gaslighting. For example, today my dad is got to go to the store, and since we don't have someone, we're currently transiting between two vehicles. We don't have a legal vehicle. He has to elicit a ride. Now, were I to go with him and he can come back, suddenly we would find all kinds of things misplaced and set around. You know, weird shit. Things that you know where they are in your own home, they move them around. Am I suggesting that somebody is able to come into our home? I am. I am. I don't know how. I wish I did. I wish I had a simple answer for it. But they do. He had a set of brakes outside in the back that somebody took. There's creepers that creep around at nighttime. The meth monsters that go into other people's yards and lerp. Not LARP, they lerp. They lerp and they try to find things and scavenge. You have to watch out for people like that. They're always really interested in looking around at everything you got because they case it in your ass. Because pieces of shit like that are always looking for something to take because they have no real respect for themselves and they don't have any respect for you. If you don't have any respect for yourself, you're not going to have any respect for anyone else. And you're going to be one of these mind controlled satanic fucking puppets that they use. Probably using harp or some fucking frequencies. I don't know. These people clearly don't have souls. But there's a few things that you can do. And always challenge anyone that's trying to tell you things about yourself. And I'm going to put the little video where the guy says that. Because the fact of life is this. We live in a very hostile world with a lot of creepy people. And you can show them love. You can show them love. That's why I put this reptile mask on, to show that I love you. I love and I care so much that I put this mask on. Because this is a plant-eating dinosaur. Humanoid, reptile. He prefers legumes. He likes lettuce, tomatoes. He likes okra a lot. Rice, other carbohydrates. just not gonna eat the meat. I'm not gonna eat the meat of the loosh. I'm not gonna do it. But that part of myself, the R complex in my brain, that's short and ready to go, ready to fight, flight, or fuck, or eat. Can I eat this thing? Can I fuck this thing? Do I need to run from this thing? That's what the R complex at the base of the brainstem governs. So it basically has most more control than any other part of the brain. Once you get into the wonderful bird brain portions, you start getting into the parts of the brain that correspond with your emotional sensitivities and how your organs will be, they carry different emotions. Like the liver, anger, shame is like the gallbladder or something like that. The lungs are your courage. Heart is love. And different things. So different soft tissue organs are the actual representations of the emotional body, and they correspond with the limbic brain, which is the bird brain. The bird brain's wings like grasp that reptile part, and it's like a bird embracing a little snake that it's caught with its little fucking talons. The brain's a very interesting thing. But I just wanted to share that with you because I don't want anyone to go through the type of bullshit that is going on without there being something that they can do about it. And the first thing that you can do about it is take sovereignty over your emotions. So if someone's like, oh, how you felt like this or that, shut them down.
And I want you to imagine under your feet a tingling going back and forth, almost like a soft tickle. Maybe it's more on one side, maybe it's more on the other side, or maybe it's under both. Do you notice that? Do you feel it? Let me know in the comments how that worked for you. But that has over 90% success rate. More than 9 out of 10 people feel tingles under their feet just by thinking about it. Now, in manipulation, it's not relaxation, calmness, or a tingle under the feet. It's darker things. A manipulator will often say things like, you're clearly confused. It's okay, you can't remember. You blacked out. A gaslighter will often say things like, you're obviously not in the right state of mind. Your head's not in the right place. You're so angry all the time. So they will tell you how you're feeling, and it's not good feelings. Now I want to show you a really terrifying example of this. The footage we're going to look at is from the confession tapes on Netflix, and the gentleman in the interrogation is Buddy Woodall. Now he is currently serving 3 life sentences in jail. Think about that. While we're sitting here watching videos, talking about psychology, he is in jail for the rest of his life for something he did not do. And I want you to see in this interrogation how often the interrogators were telling him what mindset he's in, and they did it so much that they just broke down his mental state.
So it's possible that you're blocking that out, putting yourself down the road where you wanted to be. You gotta do that. Earlier, you said it wasn't possible you were on Mighty Road. You remember?
These motherfuckers are even using the hypnotist voice. Listen to their voice.
When it opened up, you realized not only is it possible, but I was there on Mighty Road. You're taking yourself what you really didn't want to be, what you wanted to be in your mind. You see something evil in your mind, and you're trying to block it out, but it's so evil that you can't block it out completely. So you have to replace it with something else. No, you're not. You're losing your mind and getting your mind right. Your mind is coming around, okay? Open it up. Your mind's coming around.
I absolutely hate everything about that, and I'm going to give you 2 ways to counter anytime someone tries to tell you what state you're in. The first one is once again a question, and the question is, why do you say that? So someone's saying, you're confused, it's okay, you can't remember, you go, why do you say that? And now they have to sort of defend that position or explain that position, and they'll quickly realize they can't tell you anything about your own mental state. The second counter is just 2 words. I disagree. That's it. So let's say you're talking to someone and they go, oh, you know, your head isn't on right now. You go, I disagree. Because what are they going to do now? They're going to argue with you over what's happening in your head? That's ridiculous. So anytime someone's trying to tell you what's happening in your head, first of all, that's ridiculous. How do they think they know more than you? But by saying either one of these things, you make them realize you don't know what's happening in my head. I know what's happening in my head. Thank you very much. The third technique that manipulators and gaslighters use a lot is that they present their personal opinions as facts. In fact, remember this. Anytime someone presents their personal opinion as fact, they are attempting to manipulate you whether they know it or not. Let's look at some examples of this. So it could be something as innocent as a salesperson saying, this is the computer for you. That's not a fact, that's an opinion. But it could get a lot more serious, like an interrogator saying, I think we both know you and the victim didn't get along. That could very well be an opinion. This is a little more gaslighting, but someone you're in a relationship with saying, and you're always out flirting with other people, it's really disrespectful to me. Or socially, someone saying, you need to exercise more. That's not a fact. Exercise is good for you, that's a fact. But saying you need to exercise more, they don't know. They don't know what you exercise. They don't know what's good for you. So how do we counter it? Once again, it's a question, and it's one of my favorite ones. It's just 4 words, and if you forget the other questions, this one is actually quite versatile, and it's, how do you know? I love this one because what it does is it takes their little opinion and it throws it out the window. Like, your opinion doesn't matter, give me the facts.